today is an awesome day. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Today was a big day for me because I shipped my first ever, I'm gonna call it a drop of merchandise. My first ever season, my first ever drop. I successfully packaged and shipped everything this morning. You guys probably won't be seeing this for a little bit because I'm working on like the H2O after moving stuff that I'm planning on putting out before this. But today is Wednesday, October 17th. You guys placed your orders 2 days ago. They all went out this morning. I love everybody that placed an order. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing me talk about this, but it's a big day for me. Anyways, today we picked up the correct torque mount. So basically what happened last time was when I showed you guys I had the wrong mount, it was an engine mount. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know that and commented that, but today we got the torque mount, which is like in a way smaller box. It's actually the correct one. I pulled it open in the store. You guys can see here, let me just pop it open. So this one looks way better. This actually looks like the correct mount. This looks like the little piece that fell off when we first turboed the car. And a lot of you guys want me to polyfill this, but I'm not gonna polyfill this today, but it is interesting and I think I would like to try it. Basically what polyfilling does is you put like a polyurethane, like caulking, I guess you could call it. It's like caulking, it's polyurethane, and you just fill this entire thing, which makes it more solid, right? Because right now it's just still flexing. Like, it basically, when I give it gas, it can still go like this, right? And like move around a little bit, I guess. And then once we get it on, we can do the 0 to 60 test, which I know you guys have been waiting for. And this is literally what we've been waiting for, to do the 0 to 60 test. The only thing I don't know is how I'm supposed to slip this onto the actual mount on the motor. Okay, so there is our culprit. Looks like you should be able to just kind of pop this on. I also don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to take this torque mount bracket thing off, considering the downpipe's directly in front of it. Doing it that way is obviously not working, so what I'm gonna try and do is, if you look in here, there's bolts 1, 2, 3, and then 4 behind this pipe that are holding that on. So what I'm gonna try and do is take 3 of them off and see if I can't get it to just rotate down, because the last one is like directly behind this downpipe. But if I can get 3 of them off and then just like rotate it down, then I can at least slip it on, rotate it back up with the bolts on. I don't know, this is stupid, it should be so easy. I say that and it probably is really easy. There's probably people who are like, Robbie, idiot, this is how you do it, and they could do it in 2 seconds, but they're not here with me, so. Screw it, we're taking the downpipe off. Okay, so now that I got that off, I should be able to just kind of pull the downpipe off enough to get to that bolt, which should be like right about there. Just let it hang a little bit, and then you can see that's what I've been trying to get at. I don't know if you can focus in there. That's what I've been trying to get at this whole time. It was literally like when the downpipe's up in place, it's directly in front of this. So I pushed it down a little bit, now it's out of the way. We'll pop that out, hopefully just bend this down, and it'll be good to go. There's gotta be some kind of better way to do this, but I don't know it. And also, once you boost this, where is my ratchet? Once you boost this car and you put the downpipe on it, it's completely different, right? So the way that you guys might be thinking where, oh, you just reach in and do it, might not work because the downpipe's in the way. There, okay, so as I started to loosen this last one off, the whole thing just shifted down. So now, this stupid mount should just slide on there and go right there. I'm pretty sure that these are supposed to have a bolt right here that like pinches this all on there and makes it all go together. The other side has a bolt, or sorry, a nut, but this one is nutless, and I'm pretty sure it's probably been nutless for a long time. So I'll see if I have any nuts that can go on this thread here just to put it together. but if not, I guess we're gonna be nutless for today. I don't think that'll be too big of a deal not having the nut there, but it's one of those things where if it's supposed to have it, you may as well just put it there anyways, right? So. Okay, everything on the downpipe is bolted back up. I got these bolts back in the little torque mount bracket thing, and then this is all solid again. So the next thing we need to do, if you look right here, this is the old hole, this is the new hole with the new plate, and basically we need to trim this new hole backwards a bit, because this, now that I've played with that new torque mount, this is still gonna move quite a bit. Like the screamer pipe is still gonna go back and forth quite a bit. So I'm gonna try and trim this out maybe to here. I'd rather have a bit of an oval and still have most of it sealed than have like a completely gaping hole though. So I don't really know how well that's gonna go, but we're gonna give it our best shot, and then I'll go for a quick drive and make sure that we don't dent that. Because my biggest priority is like when I launch it, I don't wanna dent the brand new plate because it looks so good. And it's like actually something I'm proud of doing. So I don't wanna completely destroy it just because I was too ignorant to shave it down a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna leave the front because the front like just snugly fits around there and it shouldn't really go forwards, but it might go backwards. So I'm thinking just trim it out like, I don't know, ½ centimeter or so this way, and then we'll take it for a drive and see how it does. So I opened it up about this much more. Now that doesn't look like a lot, but what I want to do is mount the GoPro here and then go for a drive and watch it, because I don't want to make it bigger than it needs to be, because then it just starts to look stupid and it starts to let more water in than we really need to. So looks like you and me get to go for a drive. So I'm basically just gonna drive like just a little bit aggressively, like let the clutch out a little aggressively, you know, boost a little bit and just see what it looks like while that's all happening. Because even a simple thing like accidentally slipping the clutch too fast can make that whole engine shift and then in return dent that. So I'm not gonna drive like an idiot. I'm just gonna drive a little bit more aggressively than I naturally would. Oh, something is very wrong. Something is very wrong right now. I don't know what's going on. The car's about to die. That was super weird. I legit put it in first gear. Yeah, here it goes. I legit put it in first, started driving, completely ruined my air fuel gauge. I think it's like flooding right now. What is going on? It's not staying alive. Like as soon as I let off the gas, it just maxes out and dies. Watch, I'll try and drive. It got to like 2 grand and it just shut like right down. See if it does it again. Yeah, look, it's like in limp mode. Something is very wrong. Like I have the gas in the same place and it's changing. It's going faster, slower, faster, slower. That's so weird. Something is like in limp mode. Let me see if maybe I unplugged something by mistake while I was doing something. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what would make it do that. I don't know what I could have done that would make it like limp around like that. Everything here looks okay. What do I tell you guys every time we do something? It should just be a simple install, like, hey guys, all I'm trying to do today is just put a torque mount in my Civic. What happens? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what happened, but it doesn't drive now, which is awesome. I'll turn it off. I'm gonna give it a minute here. Now let's start this thing back up and see what happens. It started like normal, but that's the same thing it did last time. It'll rev past 2,000, perfectly fine. Please do not let me down. And now it's running perfectly fine. This car's got such a freaking personality. Like, it'll do stuff like that all the time. Like one day it just won't start for no reason, but then it'll just start perfectly fine forever after. And then one day it'll do something like this, where all of a sudden it's just cutting out at 2,000. It's in like limp mode, and then it just goes away for no reason, and you'll never know why it did it, and it makes no sense. I'm gonna get into a little bit of boost right here, and we'll see how bad the damage is. Of course, I can't boost too hard because this is, you know, this little neighborhood. It definitely feels better with that torque mount though. Alright, I'm gonna pull down this little road here and see how done here. Hopefully we're damage free. If it hit, this whole time we've been worried about damage in the rear. It damaged the front. I guess when you let off boost, so when you're driving, the pipe's like this, and this is like the front of the car, this is the back of the car. When you're driving, it builds up, and then I guess when you let off, it slams forward. There's like scratches all over the pipe, so obviously it's been rubbing, and then there's like a nice little dent right there. So what I'm gonna have to do is just round that out a little bit, and then I'll bang the dent out. But other than that, it looks okay. Like the rear looks like it's untouched. I'm very confident that we can fix the front. It's just gonna need to be, like I said, shaved down a little bit, and then just kind of use some pliers or something to pull that dent out. So I don't necessarily want to launch it, but you know what? For the sake of you guys, I'm gonna entertain you guys. I'm gonna launch it just a little bit, just a little bit. It's not gonna be crazy. And we're gonna see if it dents. All right, you guys gotta watch from the GoPro. I can't do this with one hand. There was a bunch of school kids there. I'm sorry to the school kids who just shit their pants. I definitely dented something, dude. The launches in this car are so rough because it's an open diff and it just one tire fires and just bounces around all over the place. It's pretty brutal. All right, let's stop causing trouble. Let's head home. Wow. You know what? This actually looks good. Not super mad about what's happening here. Let me show you guys. Apparently, when we launched this car, it dented this entire hole here. But what is okay is the fact that it bent down and inwards. So I don't know if you guys can see, the metal is like coming this way and then rounding down and in. It didn't just completely buckle everywhere. It just like folded. So now it's got a perfect little slot there. So literally I don't have to do anything here because it made itself its own little groove. So all I'm gonna do is just shave the outside so that it's a little bit smoother. This is the dent we made before. I'm gonna pull that dent and then we should be good to go. Like if that's how much room it's gonna need when I launch it, then that's how much room it's gonna need when I launch it. But at least it decided how much room it needed on its own and it wasn't me. Okay, so there's not a whole lot we can do about the fact that it buckled that way. It didn't go as far back as the old hole was, but like it left a huge ring on the screamer pipe, completely mucked it. And now this is just a gaping oval. So I don't know, now that it's inside, I'm seeing the light reflect off it a little bit more. It looks like it actually did kind of space off the hood right here. I'm gonna try and hit it with a hammer a little bit, play with it, see what we can do. I'm an idiot for not thinking it would happen, so let's see what kind of damage control we can do here. There, so if you look on both sides, this side's got the same amount of room as this side here. You can kind of see like the weird light line as it transitions into this, you know, self-made little dent. But like I said, it's kind of okay that it made that little dent because I didn't have to try a million times to trim it out. Now that's its home. So we're gonna have to paint that pipe again for the third time. The third time we're gonna have to paint that pipe. So what I think I'm gonna do is just drive it around like this for like a week or so. Now that the torque mount's in, we're basically back to daily status. This is a dailyable car again, perfectly fine to drive. It only became undailyable when I put this guy on here because there was no torque mount and I was scared of doing just that. Now that the torque mount's in, it's dailyable. I'm gonna drive it around. I'm gonna see if it does any more damage, because if damage keeps happening, then we'll just build another one. Like I'm pretty sure what my plan is now is just to build another one and use this one as a template, and we'll leave this one on until it's painted, and then once the whole car gets painted, we'll just take that one, trace it out, and use it as a template. Like all things considered, when you stand back and look at it, it looks perfectly fine. And even when you get up close to it, like it looks perfectly fine up close. You just, when you get right here, you can see that it's been kinked a little bit. And I could hammer that out for the next hour, but it's not gonna do a whole lot. And I'm just sitting here thinking, and what I also can do is do like the polyfill on those before we paint it. Then I can use the GoPro and see how much play it has, use that as a loose template, and maybe tighten the hole up a little bit once it's painted. But I also just wanted, let's go inside. I just want to talk to you guys quickly, and I know this is kind of none of your business, and there's a lot of you guys that, focus, come on. There's a lot of you guys that'll be like, Robbie, like, you don't have to tell us this kind of stuff. But I feel like I should, just because quitting your job for YouTube is an amazing thing, and I'm very grateful I had that opportunity. Like, it's completely amazing to me that I even pulled it off. But something that you don't really account for is it's not the same. Like, I was doing videos at night with Emerson all the time. It was like me and him every video. But now I have nothing to do during the days, which is good. It's giving me more time to do stuff like today. Today was an awesome day. But there's some days where I'm feeling like, I guess it's like lonely. I don't really know. I didn't really realize how you would just kind of end up here alone a lot of the time, just editing and whatever. And then when you're filming, you're also alone, and it just, I didn't think it all the way through. It's still awesome, like I'm not gonna not do it. It's still amazing, but I'm super happy with everything that's happening. I just thought I would tell you guys that in case you noticed. There's not really anything for you guys to worry about. It's just like I gotta figure out more of a routine for my day, because I don't have a routine now. Like, this is completely new and it's routineless, and I don't, I guess, jive with that very well. Like, I think I'm the kind of person that needs more of a routine and more people in my life, so we're working on it. Don't ever think I'm like complaining about it or anything. Like I said, I just want to tell you guys, like, if you notice, that's why. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Today was a huge day. I finally filled all my orders. I appreciate every single one of you that bought something, watched these videos. Everybody that's part of the committed crew, go down and comment, I stayed committed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Peace out and stay committed.